Holy buckets, I actually made it back into the workshop. Hey everybody, welcome back to RATTLECAN Guitar Restorations. I am James, your host. And we've finally gotten back into the shop, and we have got to put these pieces of wood back together. And just to make it fun, we have to do it independently of gluing it to the neck block. At least that's my thought at the moment. Because if I can get this into a solid piece, then without it connecting to, well, this piece up here, see that? Get this as one piece, and then we can get it reconnected back up into here. I kind of have a way that I think I might be able to do that, but let's get to work on getting this done first. You know, this shot that I was showing you earlier of me going like this probably looks a whole lot better if I have the camera on up there. So I'll remember to do that next time. Alright, so here's the issue and here's the thinking. We have a lip here. The reason we have a lip here is for a couple of reasons. One is there's little structural integrity here. Obviously, there's none on the back because the back is gone. So this neck block is out of place. Now, if I could possibly manipulate this neck block to move forward a skosh, a smidge, a wee bit, I need to move this neck block that direction 40 thou. And I need to keep it there. So we're going to, and oh, somebody loves me. Oh, that's my wife, she has to. So I'm at 15 3/4 inches from neck block to heel block. So I need to find a way to where I can manipulate that corner up 40 thou. Threaded rod and a turnbuckle. All right. Time for another episode of crap that we don't know if it's really going to work or not. So what I've done is I've just taken your standard store-bought turnbuckle, and I've taken the short off, and I've put this long piece on here. And let's see if we can okay, so there's our, so we have a definite gap. In fact, just for fun, you ever get tired of hearing me say just for fun? Me too. I'll insert the picture of it pre-tensioning. Of course. Is that better? Looks better. Is it going to come out all the way? You know, the enemy of good is perfection. What I'm really trying to do is to avoid taking this neck off. I don't want to take this neck off if I have to. Let me repeat that. I really do not want to take this neck off. Am I up enough or not? Am I still out? I'm still out a little. Now what I could also do is, if I had to, I can put a little bit of pressure there. Because remember, I don't have the back at all. The back, this is going to pull. It keeps wanting to fold in like this because there's nothing on the back preventing the sides from doing the whatever this is. So if we do that, is that going to give us the clearance to glue that back? Boy, I don't need much, do I? Nope. Alright, so that's what we can do there. So we can get this piece, closely approximated. Just made that word up. Alright, we're going to have to work on this. Can you even see anything in my big fat head in there? Probably not. Well, let's just look here. This is the piece I'm working on, which by the way has another crack in it, so we'll get to fix that one. And so until we do, we're clamping it kind of in place. So here's what I find interesting. Here is this piece of wood, and they've routed this channel out for the rosette right here, but look here. That's the amount of wood that there is left over to support that piece from the back. So if you're aligning yourself with the fact that if you take something off of the top, you need to put something back onto the bottom, then this is no mas bueno. It's just things we find along the way that we continue to fix. Alright, what I've done is I have gone blind in my old age. So what I've done is I've thinned down a little bit of tight bond so I can try to get it down in there. More than anything, just to stabilize this, because the plies are starting to work loose on it. You know, it's also going to be held together inside the channel, but I just kind of wanted to get something in there. And this is just a wire, you know, it's just a guitar string to try to get that down in there. Oh, of course, now here comes the cat. Because something fun must be going on if I'm talking, right? Could probably just as easily have used a piece of wax paper, but I think somebody was doing a holiday art project and my wax paper has suddenly disappeared. Well, we'll leave that like that. Now we can Yep, got good squeeze out. Alright, I have been attempting to avoid this for way too long. Now it's just time to pay the piper, I guess. This is urethane glue. We know it better as Gorilla Glue, which is good for many things except instruments. Don't ever. So, and the bad thing about this, if you don't already know, is that there's only one way to get urethane glue off, and that is mechanically. So, it's this. And I'm attempting to be as gingerly and as delicate as, well, a man of my size and temperament can be. And I'm just going to try to get as much of this, the glue off, while at the same time attempting to avoid sanding any of the wood off. So we'll just get this top part done. There I am. Alright, let me try to learn you something here. This right here, this is old hide glue. This right here, this is old hide glue. Old hide glue. Old hide glue. This, and this, and this. There's a little bit of it up there. That's polyurethane, or urethane glue, or Gorilla Glue, whatever you wish to call it. It is all the way up this rim to right there. See those little kind of granularly looking bubbles? It's all polyurethane. Urethane. I don't know if it's polyurethane or what. This is all Gorilla Glue. I'm trying not to slam Gorilla Glue. I mean, because it's not the glue's fault. It's not the adhesive's fault. It's a misapplication of the adhesive by people who don't know or don't care. Our big huge problem on this one is that the urethane is down in here. Let's see, can we... You can see how that tail block has been lifted right in there. So we have urethane glue down in there, which again makes me unhappy. Well, there it is. There's the fuzzies right there. It's very indicative of what Gorilla Glue looks like, because it wants to expand as it cures, and it does that. There's some kind of off-gassing mechanism that creates these bubbles, and these bubbles force that glue into or out of whatever crack you have put it in, and it leaves back those little and it's just the wrong tool for the wrong job. So that is the super slow motion of today, which is really crappy because, you know, the footage that I'm going to get today, that I'm going to post up tonight and post tomorrow, it's probably going to make like a 4-minute video, because it's not going to seem like I'm doing a whole lot, but I am doing a whole lot. It's just nobody wants to see for 4 hours. It's not the measurement I'm really worried about. What I want to show you is, here is where our measurement is right there. Now look at this when we get up to here. How it gets super thin right there. That is the edge of my side. This is, if I've read this right, is that 6 millimeters? And then it starts to thicken up again up into this area where we're Actually more so. So that's just, you know, a curiosity. The sides don't seem to be, it's just this one area right here that seems to be really thin. The other side seems to be, might as well match. Man, we're getting a good close-up shots today. So here is a piece of kerf lining. We're at the bottom of the guitar. Here's the heel block right here. And this was very much hanging somewhat like that. I used nothing but a 10 thou feeler gauge and gently walked it back, and this piece popped off. And what we find is that nasty glue that we're talking about. This is the original hide glue that was used here. This is Gorilla Glue that someone squirted down in here. And you can see where it kind of foamed and bubbled up some. And then, let's see if we can't. You can see it right there. It's not holding anything. It's just, well, at this point it's just work. And more of this. I have pre-warmed this area, both the sides as well as this piece of kerf lining, just to give me a little more open time. Phone's going nuts. Everybody wants a piece of the dad today. So anyways, there you go. I'll have to find me some in-between clamps. Use one of these to get some light in there. You can really see the saw marks. Not a lot of finishing going into these. Now there was a time when I would publish my the music that I was listening to during the course of the day. I don't do that anymore. Partly because instead of listening to the music, I listen to a podcast called Classic Rock Drops, run by Mike and Tuck. And I hear it's pretty darn popular in the Netherlands and other places around the world. Could be wherever you're at too. You can listen to them on iTunes and all that other stuff. Just do a search for Classic Rock Drops and listen to Mike and Tuck. I grew up with both of them. They're great guys. Not much to look at, but you know, neither am I. So give that a shot while you're waiting on your curved lining to set up. Hey, if you like this episode of RATTLECAN Guitar Restorations, you might want to check this video out as well. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, and if you'd like to help the channel grow, consider stepping over to our Patreon page and giving that a look. Y'all have a good weekend. Cheers.